On the road, we're here in the Napa Valley at Dos Colinas, the Hills family estate with the Stone Foxes. Stone Foxes, wonderful to see you again.
Hi. Thank you for having us. Hello.
Yeah, man, we're about to hear 4 of your songs here in Paradise. This is probably the best place on earth, certainly the best place I've ever visited, so thank you for sharing it with us.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, thank you for the figs. There's a beautiful fig tree. We had fresh fruit.
There's so many. There's a peach tree over there. There's an apple tree over there.
We'll have some more samples.
The surprise grapes. Yeah, we'll keep on eating fruit all afternoon. We'll have a swim. And so we're going to hear 4 of your songs. 2 of them are from Bears and Bulls, which just got reissued on vinyl and is in pre-sale right now.
Yep.
And we're going to hear a couple of brand new ones. And what are those things? What's coming up first?
Well, we were recording earlier today, and then we just drove over here, and we're hanging with you. And we'll play a song that's brand new called Norah Jones, about my teenage crush on Norah Jones, and then finding my Norah Jones and my fiance.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Come on. Let's go.
I dream of getting hitched to the queen of jazz. The tracks come to clear the bone. But from the North Bay scene came the slipstring queen. I think I finally found my Norah Jones. Come away with me, baby. Let's go. Don't know why, but I keep you satisfied. I got nothing left to give you, but I'll give you some more. Cut the power, now they taking my phone. But alive with you is the life I choose. I said I think I found my Norah Jones. Yes, I've grown. I'll take the loan, and I'll set the stone. Yeah, I'll set the stone, 'cause I'm coming home. Now I finally found my Norah Jones. Come away with me, baby. Let's go. Don't know why, but I'll keep you satisfied. Yes, I've grown. I'll take the loan, and I'll set the stone. 'Cause I'm coming home. Now I finally found my Norah Jones. My Norah. My Norah Jones. My Norah Jones. Yeah, my Norah.
Thank you.
All right, pickles, right on time.
Pickles.
Man, pickles and moose.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're enormous.
I know, dude. He squeezed. You didn't. I don't know if you saw this or not, but he squeezed under that table, and there's so many cables. He's doing it again. He made it through, and we're still live streaming, so I guess we're all right.
We're still connected.
Man, so where are you guys at in the process right now? You said you were in the studio yesterday or earlier today, so you're actively making the record right now, right? Where in the process are you?
Well, it's kind of like a COVID process record where we did drums in the studio, and then we're recording at home. The horns were recorded someplace else.
At their practice studio.
Yeah, and then
Done all in different pieces and kind of pulled back together at our place, and just working on one bit at a time. You know, one layer brick by brick, and it's coming together finally.
Usually we're like all together in a studio together, and we lay down like 5 or 6 main bass tracks together. Now it's one by one by one, but that changes the structure of the songs too. It's really cool how that makes a difference in how the songs turn out.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, can you nail down specifically how it is different in that? I mean, when you're building it layer by layer, like what sonically is different about it specifically as versus if you were all together in the same room?
It's usually six bandmates playing all together at once, and everybody has written their parts, and so it's this big collaboration, which is a really wonderful artistic process. The way that we're doing this record is that Shannon and I have really written everything, or at least are writing it in layers, like we're saying, where we had demos of the songs, and we just did those over the last year and a half in sending tracks back and forth to each other, and then started by kind of finalizing, making the real record tracks, went into the studio and did the drums, and then I played the bass and then played the guitar on top of that, and then he started singing. So it's been like 4 or 5 months of layering on top of each other.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Trying to do a lot of falsetto. It kind of worked. We'll get some backup singers too. Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, I'm glad you guys got a chance to do some drums in the studio. I love doing drums in the studio as well. It's one of my favorite places to do drums, as a matter of fact.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
But I'm just playing drums by myself with nothing else. So like there's no feeding off of anybody. And so you listen back and you want to make sure your groove is tight, and you're like, I think I just played the bridge. I don't know. It's hard to tell. So you keep it in here.
Nice. Well, thank you for previewing it with us today. I cannot wait. I'll very much stay tuned to when it is available out in the world, and we'll cross paths again. We might do this in Joshua Tree. Maybe we'll do it in Hawaii. I don't know.
Hawaii. Yes, that would work for us.
Yeah.
We are available for that.
Yeah, let's do it. We are going to still share a lot more of your music with the internet right now. What do you feel like doing second today?
We'll do another new one. It's called A Hole in the Ground. Okay.
There's a hole in the ground, about 25 feet around. I got 100 miles down left to go. If there's a hole in the ground, about 25 feet around, you got 100 miles down left to go. Keep digging in the bedrock. Keep sweating, baby, don't stop. Sweating out, you got a ways to go to make up for what you did down in Mexico. You did 1 foot for every high climb. Sweet revenge, it's all mine. I hope you go down slow. There's a hole in the ground, about 25 feet around. Got 100 miles down left to go. Left to go. Yeah, there's a hole in the ground, about 25 feet around. You got 100 miles down left to go. Quit down in the short shot. Don't stop, baby, don't stop. Keep away from the line. Heaven on down. Know where to go, keep your blue eyes on the big prize. The sweet revenge, it's all mine. I hope you go down slow. Ooh la la, make it deep and wide. You dig 1 foot for every time you lie. And hey, I keep an eagle eye, making sure you dig until you die. Ooh la la, make it deep and wide. You dig 1 foot every time you ride. Hey, I keep an eagle eye, making sure you dig until you die. Until you die. Until you die. Until you die.
until you're down. Until you die, until you die, until you die.
All right. So you guys, in the first chat segment, we talked a little bit about how your arrangement chops are coming together a little bit when you put together the entire thing as opposed to jamming it out with the entire band in a room. On the production side of things, and we've got a shared history in that we were both in the broadcasting program at San Francisco State.
Yes, we're
John
Gators.
Barsotti.
Chomp, chomp.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Gators. For anyone who doesn't know, the San Francisco State mascot is an alligator.
It was supposed to be the Golden Gators, but then they spelt it without an E. It's Gators. They totally missed the boat.
Yeah.
It's so sad, too.
Yeah, there's like 2 alligators in San Francisco. They're both at the zoo.
And one of them's like albino. Isn't there?
Claude.
Todd?
Claude.
Right. Well, everybody knows Claude the alligator.
Right, so we learned. I just learned something new about San Francisco. I did not know that until just now. I love that you know the albino alligator's name.
Yeah. Everybody did.
So we've learned a lot of the same things from John Barsotti about production. Are you exercising those production chops, or do you work with outside engineers, or do you guys do the whole thing in-house?
No, he does it. And then, but we have our mixer who will be handling. We're recording a bunch of the stuff, but it's all in correspondence with our mixer, Jay Polici, who was with Tiny Telephone and had new what's his studio? New Improved. He's a real badass. So we're just going to hand it to him, and he's going to make it real pretty. So that's really important. You know, like there's some people who can, you know, track things, and that's easy enough, especially in the world that we live in right now. But he's going to take real good care of it and make it nice and shiny.
We had kind of taught ourselves enough to do overdubs before the pandemic, and then when this came around, it was like, well, we want to make a full record, and I guess we'll just try to do it all ourselves. So we have tracked most of it, and we are glad that we can give it to someone in the end to sweeten it all up and make it sound tight.
Is Tiny Telephone still? It's Oakland now, right? Didn't John close down the San Francisco one, and now it exists in Oakland only, or is it? I mean, it's still in existence, right?
Yeah, maybe so. I'm just not sure.
I don't know the answer to that.
I think as long as there's no follow-up questions, the answer is 100% for sure that is the case.
That is the case. We are positive, yes.
Yeah, and Claude the alligator lives at Tiny Telephone now.
Yeah, very
he does
good.
now.
Man, thank you guys so much for doing this, and we're only at halftime right now. There's two songs still to be shared. What's coming up third today?
We'll do a song off of our sophomore record, Bears and Bulls, that we just put out and reissued the vinyl. Started yesterday, pre-sale, and so we just thought we'd play a couple of those songs. We'll play Passenger Train from that.
You say I'm an evil man for stealing from a passenger train, but have mercy on this old boy. I swear that I can explain. I took the diamond from the safe of your soul. I dug deep and wide and put it down in a hole. I put it down there so nobody would know that I tried to turn back, but I couldn't let go. Times so hard, they put me down. At least I can say that I tried. But I ain't that bad, no, ain't that good. I just did what I did to get by. I did what I did to get by. And no, it wasn't long ago you said I would do what I've done, that I'd bear the pain of the passenger train and live my life on the run. I tried to hide from the things in my mind. The nighttime was cold, but the darkness was kind.
And as I went down,
And I laid on my side, you know, I closed my eyes, and I dreamed I had died. Times are hard, they broke me down. At least I can say that I tried. But I ain't that bad, no, I ain't that good. I just did what I did to get by. I did what I did to get by.
I did what I did to get by.
In for me, I had my fortune and fame, and after I robbed the passenger train, nothing was ever the same. My pockets were lined with the silver and gold. The weight it got heavy and I started to fold. I went to the steps of the old town hall. I said, here's all my money, you can have it all. Times are hard, they broke me down. Lord, at least I can say that I tried. But I ain't that bad, no, I ain't that good.
I just did what I did to get by.
I did what I did to get by. I did what I did to get by. Yes, I did what I did. I did what I did. I did what I did to get by. I did what I did to get by. I did what I did to get by.
Thank you.
Thank you. Man, this sounds great. I am going to revisit Bears and Bulls immediately. I'm going to purchase your album. I want to have it. I want to own it.
This is the exact effect that we were hoping for. This is
Man, what is there a story? How did you guys connect with Eli Coyote Mandel? Is there a story?
Oh my God,
there?
you know Eli?
I don't know Eli, but I did read your band bio, which I suspect has no basis in fact whatsoever, but it's absolutely delightful. It's up on stonefoxes.com/band. And is there a story behind how you guys connected?
Yeah, so Eli Coyote Mandel is an old friend of mine from high school who ended up a writer on Saturday Night Live and who wrote a bunch of ridiculous skits and stuff that we both love with Adam Driver, and I think he's still doing that stuff. He wrote a great one with Matt Damon about Weezer that everybody should revisit. That's really good. But, oh, you've seen it. Pretty funny. Yeah. Anyway, so I said, hey, man, would you write our bio? And he made half that shit up. I mean, it's amazing, but he's got.
The best thing about a bio, it doesn't have to be true.
Yeah, at least it's fun to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most delightful ones are the ones that have almost nothing to do with anything whatsoever. I highly recommend thestonefoxes.com/band. It's worth a read.
I wish I had, like, Bob Dylan used to do stuff like he would say like he was from Texas or he was from he would just tell people.
From Texas, right?
No, oh well, that's right. Well, but I'm just saying, like, he would just make stuff up.
Yeah, stuff like my last name is Dylan.
Oh well, yeah, that's
Including that.
yeah, including his name. Good point. Yeah.
Man, dude, this is wonderful to have you guys here. There's one last song coming up. What's happening fourth today?
We'll do Hangman. We like to play this a lot. This is fun. That's from the Bears and Bulls stuff too. But thank you for having us. Thank you, Pace.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the delicious wine in this beautiful place. Thanks for having us.
Ready?
Yeah.
So swing and come back, I hear you saying,
You know I love you, but you ain't worth the trouble.
my girl, I know you're waiting, don't leave me on my own. Come back, I hear you saying, you know I love you, but you ain't worth the trouble. The hangman says he's seen my sign. He says that it's past my time. The punishment don't fit no crime. Mr. Hangman, aren't you over the line? Come on, send this to the thing. You don't care. You know that I love you, but you ain't worth the trouble. Now can't you see the clothes of where I can't go anywhere? I know that you don't care.
You know that I love you, but you ain't worth the trouble.
The hangman says he's seen my sign. He says that it's past my time. The punishment don't fit no crime. Mr. Hangman, aren't you over the line?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I can't believe we didn't even talk about the chest shirt. Not once.
Well,
Until
dude,
now. Until now.
What do you talk about it?
Oh, it's just beautiful.
Oh, dude, I thought you were saying the chest shirt. I did not realize. I thought it was because we could see a bit of Spence's chest.
Not a crazy amount. Very reasonable, sensible amount of chest.
Yeah,
chest shirt.
that's a normal amount of chest. That's just like, Shannon, why are you calling that a it's like as much chest as your chest.
Thank you.
It's a delightful chest shirt. Thank you guys so much for the music, and best of continued luck. Our best of luck on Bears and Bulls, the reissue, pre-sale right now. And man, I can't wait until we do it again. We'll see you in Joshua Tree or Hawaii. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see you then. Thank you.
Cheers.
All right.